Hi there. So this is the 4 Ds, and I use this all the time, every single day. When I'm starting to feel a bit overwhelmed, I declare war, and I use that term, like declare war on the 4 Ds. So out of all the optimized productivity tools, this is my absolute kind of like go-to because what happens is that in our everyday lives, we start like with a to-do list, and then just stuff comes into our world, and it can be any of the things that you can see there on the left-hand side. It just kind of comes in, and it automatically goes into our inbox, and you'll see, this next image, and you'll be aware of it. But it's about the discipline of actually using it. And when I did my chartership, for becoming a civil engineer. I think it was the chairman of London Underground or the CEO of London Underground at the time. I think it was the chairman in actual fact. And he said that he would come in every day and his inbox, was like that. And your inbox was a tray. And he would sort through and doing them in priority order, and whatever he didn't get to, he'd put in the bin before he left, and to send a signal for people of, look, that's not relevant enough for me to deal with at my level, and you need to kind of deal with it. So it's a bit harsh, but and he said that's the one tip that I would give you about prioritization and setting boundaries was his tip for me. But the 4 Ds is a little bit more um, what's the word? A little bit more structured than that. But it is about using that discipline. So it is about thinking about the importance and the urgency of things. But importance is that then we say, well, everything's important, everything's urgent. And if you're saying that, that's just basically bullshit. It's not. That's your addiction to adrenaline and being the firefighter and being the superhero and all that kind of stuff. We've got to have a greater level of humility, because when we're seeing that everything is important and urgent, basically we're telling ourselves a lie. None of us are actually that important, you know. If I wasn't here tomorrow, the world would just carry on going exactly the same way. All the things that I'm holding on to that are so urgent and important would eventually get picked up by someone, or one of the 4 Ds would actually happen to them. So we've got to have a more pragmatic and have a greater sense of humility with regards to it. So importance is how important is it that I do it? Do I possess the soul skills, capabilities, whatever the case may be, for any of these given tasks that are coming into my world? So do I particularly need to do that? And then urgent is how urgent is it? Does it need to be done today? And then when we say yes, it needs to be done today or now, then always the question to ask is why? What are the negative consequences if it isn't done right now? And if someone is going to die or the business is going to fold, then that is highly urgent. We often kind of put an over focus on it being important and urgent when we need to kind of recalibrate the scale. And so if something is important, um, but it's not actually urgent. And I start with defer very purposely because, in actual fact, if we actually challenge everything that's in our inbox, when does it actually need to be done? More often or not, we can actually look at, right, this afternoon or tomorrow or by the end of the week or by whenever the date is. And then defer, what I do is I actually lock it in my calendar so that I know that it's definitely going to happen. I'm not kicking the can down the road with things. So that's another like helpful tip with that. The Where it is really important and it is urgent, it does need to be done now for whatever reason. Like sometimes I get sent emails about, I don't know, if unless Robin, you do this now and get your photo taken, like, which is important that I do it because it's got to be my photo to verify your identity. We're going to close your, I don't know, bank account or whatever. Like, that's the shit that needs to be done now. Do you know what I mean? It's like I really need to do it. No one else can do that for me. And there are negative consequences that I don't want. So they're the things that I do. And then even in that do category, you still need to do them in that priority order, like the chairman of the London Underground said. Put them in the priority order, because what we often do is we focus on things that aren't a priority, and the thing that can get missed is the more critical one. The next D is delegate. Oh, clicked too many times. So delegate is the next one, which is, yes, it's urgent, but I don't actually have to do it. Delegate or outsource. who can also do it, you know? Like it's urgent that, I don't know, the water in the front of my house, there's been a pipe leak, for instance. Okay, that's pretty urgent, needs to be dealt with. But it's not important that I do it because I don't actually possess all the skills. There's someone far better to do that, and I call a plumbing man to kind of fix it. And I know I'm giving examples outside of work, but we just need to have that mentality in work as well, because we often end up doing things that in actual fact someone else should be doing, or it's better for them to do it because it's kind of like a step up. And we've got other trainings on obviously effective delegation as well. And then the final D is dump. Like, what are the things that have either sat on the delegate list or on your to-do list or on the defer list and you kick the can down the road? They're the things that you need to dump. And there's a famous quote that if you want to scale your business, it comes with scissors. It's more important around identifying the things that you're going to stop doing, because when you stop doing certain things, then you've got the energy for all the things that actually really are critically important. And I know that point blank for myself. Every time that I've done this and gone, right, I am actually just going to dump that, but I am going to focus on this and I get more structured around this. And I'm so more efficient, effective. And more importantly, like I actually drive tangibly improved results and achieve breakthrough results by doing the 4Ds. If I was you, I'd have a whiteboard up there, just put the 2 lines on it with post-it notes, whatever, or, you know, I use a piece of paper for mine beside my desk. Right, let's just plot it out, get the clarity, and then that can build the momentum. So hopefully that's been helpful. If you've got any questions, just reach out and let us know. See you next time. Bye now.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Feel free to share with friends and check out what's up next for more videos from my channel.